Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com or your local broadcast for the evening. I just want to share with you what I'm seeing, and you're seeing it too. Partly cloudy skies at the end of the day. There's not much storm coverage left over the populated areas. America's Mattress Tower Cam, clouds over the mountain zones. That's something you should get used to over the course of the weekend. But again, that in and of itself will dissipate. So we'll go clearer and clearer as we progress through the weekend. Clearer and clearer, I say, as we also will be dealing with smoke in our atmosphere. Some thin smoke working its way in from those wildfires in California. As far as active radar goes, we've got a couple isolated storm cells this evening. They could cross over through Delta and Montrose after sunset tonight, which happens right around 7:40. Not much else is expected. We haven't had a whole lot of wind today. We haven't had a whole lot of heat either. These are so far the high temperatures. We're about 10 plus degrees cooler than we should be in Grand Junction this time of the year, and we're looking at almost 15 degrees cooler, 13 degrees cooler for Montrose. So we're going to work on this temperature trend over the course of the next couple of days as we get through this long weekend. By the time we get into the middle of the weekend, we are going to have hotter than average temperatures by only a couple degrees. So that's the good news there. Getting into tomorrow morning, average low for Grand Junction's 57, average at Montrose is 52. So we're fairly close, and we should have a decent start to the morning. Mostly clear, partly cloudy start to the day, light winds, not a whole bunch there. Still will be looking at an afternoon, a brief afternoon pop-up storm, but I'm keeping that mostly isolated to the mountain zones because that's where most of the lifting mechanism is. We still have heat, we still have moisture to recycle. We're going to fall short. All areas will fall short of the averages for this time of the year. But as we get into Saturday, that's when Grand Junction hits the average for early September. And then we just barely exceed it all the way through this holiday weekend. And into the middle of next week is really where we turn up some of that heat. So we're heading into a dry stretch. It may feel a little muggy for the next 24, 36 hours, especially in the morning time when that humidity has recovered during the overnight and then it dries up during the late day period. But breezy conditions throughout the course of the weekend, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Manageable. So if you have outdoor plans, if you're heading up to the high country for some recreating, just be mindful. We could be looking at those mountain storms moving through, and those hazards are lightning, gusty winds, and small hail. But all in all, it's going to take a couple days to get back to the average for early September. And then once we achieve that, before the weekend's over with, and it's a great weekend, I reiterate, just breezy and dry.